I am connected to YouTube. That should be. There it goes. Ah! Hang on, I gotta wait for this dang commercial to go away. I'm trying to fix it, guys. This is commercial. There it goes. Well, I am back. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to check on stuff. I had to wait for a commercial to end so I can bring out the full screen. So, anyhow, let's do this. This is Stopper Late V2, first episode. I know it's kind of loud, but let me turn the volume down here. God, sounds like someone was getting beat up. God, it sounded like somebody was getting beat up.
Hitler, once unstoppable, was now in the retreat. The Allies in the west and Russia in the east were squeezing the tattered remnants of the Reich in a vice-like grip. Germany's last hope lay in their wonder weapons. The V-2 rocket, a huge leap forward in the history of military technology. It was a weapon system to herald a new form of warfare. Inhuman. Faster than the speed of sound, it struck without warning. The Nazis launched over 3,000 rockets in a desperate attempt to reverse history. It was a terror weapon, pummeling Antwerp, Paris, and London. After the D-Day landings, their launch sites were overrun and pushed back out of range of England. But already, the Allies were looking to the future, to the next war. The Americans were gathering up the best of Germany's rocket scientists in the top-secret operation Overcast. Many of the architects of the V-2 program had already been acquired, but not all. With Berlin encircled, Germany's last-ditch defense falling back block by block, and total defeat only days away, those scientists remaining in the city would soon be in Russian hands. My job was to make sure that didn't happen. secret for safe passage for his team. 5 of the V2 program's top men. He was meeting his Russian handler at the Brandenburg Gate. This was my chance to take him out before he could seal the deal. I was prepared, focused, confident. Little did I know it would turn out to be the most difficult mission I'd ever undertaken.
Because this is going to be the prologue of it.
Von Eisenberg was punctual and made no effort to hide his ugly face. Neither did his Russian contact. I had a clear shot. The slightest pressure on the trigger, and it was midnight, Major General. Just a question of choosing my moment. The square was well sheltered, so there was no wind to worry about. I controlled my breathing to steady my aim. And then, shoot.
Oh, he's gonna shoot in the face! Oh! Ah! Now I gotta worry about these guys. Oh! Excuse me. Ooh. Oh, right to the eye too. That was a moving vial too, that's sweet. Gotta go. God. I couldn't get it to shut off. Since this is gonna be a short mission, I'll do two. Oh, he's moving!
Eisenberg is dead. I was committed.
Okay.
The Russians and Germans would know I was in play.
This is the second version of Sniper Elite 2 of Sniper Elite series. So here we go. Let's do the second mission.
My next target was Dr. Andrew Craig, an expert in rocket engines. He was traveling across town on the convoy. He believed he was carrying documents that would lead him to the V2 production facility where the other 3 scientists were waiting. I had identified a point on the route where I could lay a booby trap to stop the convoy. Naturally, the area was defended. I'd expect nothing less.
Oh, this is gonna be cool right here. Watch this. I'm gonna sneak up right behind him. I'm gonna kill him. Silently. No weapon, nothing. Stealth kill. Ooh. Oh. Chance at a double kill. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 2 for 1. 400 points, baby. Nice shot. Ooh, can I snipe his neck? Oh, stem neck! If y'all hear coughing, it's me. So it's just having a little bit of coughing, but not as much. Not as bad as I've had in the past few days. Ooh! Ugh. God, I hate when they move. God, where is he at? I know he's right there. There he is. Thought you could hide, didn't you? Dude, that guy just pretty much just stood there. He dropped to his knees and then he just stood there. That was a little freaky. How he just went down to his knees and just stood on his knees for like a few minutes and dropped. That's just sounded so weird and so freaky. It just freaked me the heck out. Oh, check this out. I get a stealth kill here. It's weird, it's freaky when they do that. Just slowly fall to the ground after getting shot at. Or not shot out, but sniped. Oh, oh! Ooh! In the back of the head! Headshot! Yeah, I don't like the X-rays on the V2 because only does it on certain ones, like probably like long distances. Yeah, that just sucks. Like that one. Dude, that was like... Dude, that looked like a big hole coming right out. Oh, that was cool. That looked like a freaking big hole right in the middle of his head. I know there's a sniper right up there. I think he's like right in that area right there. And yes, I have beaten this game before. That is shocking, he's not there. There he is. There's my little devil. Sorry, dude. You're dead. Ah. Sometimes I feel like I'm going to kill over one of these days. Whew. Whew. That is just wicked. Ah, great. Something I did not want to deal with. A tanker. Well, anyway, he can't see me, so I can't see him. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Ooh. I think that's gonna be the end of my mission. Wow. Well, that was easy. That went better than I expected it to go. Oh, the sparks just come flying out. Okay, so let's conclude this broadcast and this mission. So, all in all, not a bad way to start out. Not too bad. Let's conclude this mission and this broadcast. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you all have a great day. I will be back a little bit later on. And until then, like always, bye for now. Debbie says they're good.
Asked to fund the government. Government is not stating a parliamentary inquiry. Am I correct? It's not stating a parliamentary inquiry. Pursuant to Clause 12A of Rule 1, the chair declares the House in recess subject to the call of the chair.
The House goes into recess, but they're staying nearby for any possible votes later this afternoon. We will have live coverage of the House if and when that happens here on C-SPAN. Meanwhile, the Senate is in session this afternoon. You can follow that over on C-SPAN 2. What's ahead for House members on the Republican side? Siobhan Hughes of the Wall Street Journal tweeting about it coming up here in about 25 minutes. We tweet the House Republican Conference meeting today at 3 p.m. Our Capitol Hill producer, Craig Kaplan, meanwhile, reporting on the Senate side, talks about John Cornyn, a couple of things he said within the hour, saying that the majority leader has offered the Democrats a vote on a 3-week, during which we will continue to work on this DACA solution, and my guess, it's going to pass. Meanwhile, off the floor, Eric Lawson of Bloomberg reports in this tweet, a group of 20 Senate moderates from both parties are trying to hammer out shutdown deal in Senator Collins' office, likely February 8th CR, in exchange for immigration vote by them. And also Emma Domain from McClatchy tweeting this, saying that Senator Graham is part of that bipartisan meeting, and a photo of the senator on his way into work. Robert Costa of the Washington Post with a tweet about Senator Joe Donnelly, a Democrat, saying that he and other Democrats met with Senator Schumer this morning and urged him to move toward reopening the government and discuss various related issues. So an update on some of those meetings underway, we understand from the reports we just showed you on Capitol Hill. In fact, Bloomberg, Eric Lawson, and his team just releasing a story on what may be in that deal. Here it is. Senate group seeking compromise funding plan, shutdown update. The House and Senate are back in session today with a federal government shutdown in its second day amid a spending bill impasse in Congress. The House is supposed to be on recess this week, but members stayed in Washington as the negotiations continue. They write that a bipartisan group of 20 Senate centrists was working Sunday on a compromise plan to get the government funded for 3 more weeks while the immigration debate continues, but there was no assurance that party leaders or the House would go along. Quote, "We are really close," Democratic Senator Joe Manchin said outside the meeting in Republican Senator Susan Collins' office. Quote, "They may not be," he said, referring to the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and the Senate Democratic Leader Chuck Schumer. Quoting from Bloomberg, and you can read more at Bloomberg.com. And because it's a conference championship Sunday, and this was a point that the White House raised yesterday about Armed Forces Network not being able to show the championship games today. This is the Washington Post. U.S. troops can watch NFL championship games with the AFN, the Armed Forces Network, deemed essential. That's at WashingtonPost.com. Among those essential troops are overseas troops that Mike Pence, who's on his trip to the Middle East and elsewhere, stopped in Ireland and on a stopover met with some of those troops and spoke with reporters as well. Great. Well, thanks, everybody.
You guys stay focused on the mission, and we'll stay focused on ours. Okay? God bless you. That's it. They have anxiety about their pay. I told them we're going to continue to work the issue. I told them to stay focused on the mission. And we stay focused on ours. Congress is coming back into session in the morning. Senate's coming back midday tomorrow. It's just, I think it's disappointing to every American that Democrats in the Senate shut down the government at a time to get troops in harm's way. For the sake of our national defense, for the sake of all these people.
It's both of them. They just can't agree. You have to agree to disagree.
It's going to take as long as it takes. But I can assure you, the President, we're going to support efforts on our end here. The President and continue to work necessary. Democrats in the Senate decided to shut down the government. Look.
See, they're blaming the Democrats, not the Democrats. It's your party as well, too.
On either side. They chose to put politics ahead of our national defense, put politics ahead of meeting the obligations of our national government. And that's just unacceptable. It's disappointing.
In past shutdowns, the Congress has passed measures to make sure military continues to be paid. Do you support those measures?
I think what we have to do in this moment is demand Congress do their job. Democrats in the Senate step up. You already saw the movement last night late. Some additional compromise are possible. But look, there have been good faith negotiations that have taken place over the last several weeks. The President and I are convinced that with a few more weeks we can resolve the issues related to the budget. We can resolve issues related to border wall, chain migration, diversity lottery, DACA. Now's the time for us to remember we got troops in arms.
Vice President Mike Pence on his way to meet Middle East leaders, stopping in Shannon, Ireland, and his comments from yesterday. Here's where things stand in the U.S. House. Our Capitol Hill producer Craig Kaplan tweeting, the House is now in recess, subject to the call of the chair, with their return time later today, TBA. Votes are possible later this afternoon and evening. We do know the House Republican Conference will be meeting in about 20 minutes, 3 o'clock Eastern. Any briefings or news out of that, we will bring that to you as well. The Senate, meanwhile, is in session, and debate continues on the Senate floor. You can follow that over on C-SPAN 2. Here on C-SPAN, we'll take you back now to some of the discussion from this morning's Washington Journal, looking at yesterday's events on Capitol Hill.
Our guest here at the table, Sarah Westwood, who covers the White House for the Washington Examiner, and Niels Ozowski, who covers Congress for CQ Roll Call. And Niels, I'll begin with you. What do you know?
What we know is that we don't know a whole lot, and as of right now, the best that we know is that the Senate is currently scheduled to vote at 1 a.m. Monday, of course, on this next offering of a continuing resolution that would reopen the government through February the 8th.
Now let me stop you there. Why 1 in the morning?
Because it's the Senate, and it
blames somebody else. That's simply juvenile. We could work this out today. We could work this out now. If our Democratic colleagues would simply acknowledge that they themselves are the ones who shut down the government, they themselves have now caused negotiations for the solution they want to cease, because the president rightly says, why reward bad behavior by continuing the negotiations when they shut down the government? It is, as I said,
we're playing with another, just agree on it.
And there are casualties. There are casualties, not just the DACA kids, now young adults. And again, these were the children brought in by the
Shut put your damn line in and do it.
with our immigration laws. Being children, they're not responsible, they're not culpable. The law doesn't hold them responsible, and we all agree they ought to get some relief. And we'd like to be able to negotiate that, but we can't do that when the government shut down as a result of their miscalculation. With the DACA kids, now young adults, casualties here.
And guess what?
It's our
They can't get
military. The National Guard can't train. It's 9 million children who, depending on an extension of the Children's Health Insurance Program, which enjoys broad bipartisan support. I almost couldn't believe my ears. The Democratic leader is a talented politician. He's a very intelligent guy, and I enjoy working with him on occasion. But he simply has been driven into this untenable, unsustainable filibuster because he simply refused to say no to the most radical fringe of his political base. This isn't like him. This isn't my experience working with the senior senator from New York on a myriad of other things. But as Democratic leader, he simply could not say no to this narrow fringe of his political base that insists that a solution today on the DACA problem is more important than funding the military, paying our federal law enforcement officials, or providing health insurance to 9 million vulnerable children. Well, as people begin to realize this miscalculation, you start seeing it reflected in public opinion polls. CNN reported that only 34% of the people they polled said that this kind of miscalculation was justified. 34%. And I bet as people learn more, as they are personally affected more and more by this government shutdown, now in day 2, then there's going to be an even greater majority of people that said, this just is not worth it. Why won't you take yes for an answer from Republicans who want to work with our Democratic colleagues? Why would you shoot yourself in one foot, reload, and shoot yourself in the other foot? And I realize it's hard for Democratic colleagues to save face in this outcome, but sometimes in life, you make mistakes, and you can't blame it on anybody else. And you simply need to acknowledge your own responsibility and say, you know what? I had the best of intentions, but I was wrong. I made a mistake. That could be liberating sometimes. But not in politics, apparently, and not on this topic. At least not yet. 1 o'clock this morning. Now, Democrats filibustered a 4-week continuing resolution. But in an effort to provide them a face-saving way out of this dilemma of their own making, the majority leader has offered them a vote on a 3-week continuing resolution, during which we will continue to work on this DACA solution. And my guess is it's going to pass, because there are a dozen or more Democrats. 19, I understand, were at one meeting, a bipartisan meeting, just within the last, well, since the government shut down, trying to figure out how can we help our leaders find their way out of this mess. And you know what? People who were on the ballot in 2018, which isn't that long from now, it's a great way to run for re-election, isn't it? Yeah, I shut down the government. Yeah, I hurt the military. I hurt vulnerable children. And I inconvenienced everybody, including the government workers who diligently come here to the Capitol and across the country and perform their important work on a daily basis. Yeah, I basically made their lives worse. But oh, by the way, elect me in 2018. What a great message that is. And there are members on that side of the aisle who are realizing, hey, this is going to hurt me personally. Forget your constituents. Forget the children. Forget the military. They're realizing, hey, this is going to make it harder for me to get reelected. And you know what? I've now created an election issue on which I might lose. Might be the end of my political career. Well, I hate to think that that is the most important thing in people's calculation here. I would hope that rather than their own personal politics, they would be more interested in the other people they are hurting and the futility of the situation that they created. But I hope that,
The senator from Montana.
Are we in a phone call?
The Senate is in the quorum call, Senator.
Chairman, I ask unanimous consent that the quorum call be eviscerated.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. President, I rise today for one simple reason. My reason is to tell this body to stop pointing fingers and start writing a budget that works for not only my state, but every state in the union. It can be done. Been done many, many, many times before. Unfortunately, this year, our budget ran out on September 30th. We had a CR that took us from the next day, October 1st to December 8th.
No.
And then when December 8th rolled around, we had another continuing
Yeah, I've seen Hannah wrote me.
Oh, do you?
Okay. I don't care.
Tell
I had
her.
one of those, thick of cheese. It's good.
Just tell her yes. I'm still not feeling good. I don't like pepperoni.
Oops.